Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pate Namaha. Kishkindha Kand, chapter number 61, The Adventures of Sampati continued. The recitation begins now. Then did I tell him at length of the fearful adventure in which we embarked out of immense strength and power, backed by inexperienced youth, when we madly raced after the Lord of Day. I am one cruel sore all over. Shame has bereft me of my wits, and extreme fatigue weighs me down. So I am all unmeet to answer your questions as they ought. My brother and I were completely off a level with vanity and conceit at our boundless strength and power. One day we took it into our hands and tested our speed of flight and raced for a wager. First, we went to the sages that reside on the heights of the Kailasa mountains and swore before them, "We will catch the sun when he rises and keep up with him till he sinks tired behind the western hills." We rose on our strong wings to cleave the measureless heights of the blue empyrean. From that dizzy throne, we looked down on the speck of earth. Huge cities were like genius set in gold and silver. The clear air wafted to us faint echoes of Vedic chants from some places, and the sweet songs of women dressed in red garments from other spots. Higher and higher we flew with the speed of thought until we were on the line of the sun's course. Again we looked down upon the almost invisible earth. Vast forests looked like tender blades of grass, lofty mountains like tiny pebbles, and great rivers like filmy threads. The Himalayas, the Vindhyas, the Merus, and the other lords of mountains appeared like elephants playing in deep pools. On and on we went and met the sun in the middle of the sky. Perspiration poured down our limbs in torrents. Vague fears clouded our minds. Our hearts sank like leads. Our brains reeled. We almost lost hold of our consciousness and intelligence. East, west, north, south, all seemed one dim haze. The whole world above and below looked like a sea of flame, as it would be when the fire from the mouth of Lord Sankarshana consumes it on the last day. Then, with a mighty effort, did I catch hold of myself. I concentrated my scattered senses in my eyes and bent all my energies in a supreme effort to steadily gaze upon the blazing orb of day, enthroned in the middle of the sky in all his refulgent splendor. To our blinded eyes, that orb looked as huge and vast as the Jambudvipa. All at once, my brother Jatayu was seized with mortal giddiness, and without a word or a cry, he fell from his dizzy height. Down I darted, quicker than thought, from my place near the sun, and spread my broad pinions to protect him from the scorching rays of the flaming luminary, and he was saved thereby from a cruel death. But I recked not anything. My whole being was centered and lost in the supreme effort to save my beloved brother from death. I kept my strong wings spread over him until he was beyond danger, and the cruel and fiery rays scorched away my wings almost to nothing. Down I fell like a mass of lead on the heights of the Vindhyas in a dead faint and lost to everything else. But I infer that Jatayu ought to have landed somewhere in the vicinity of Janasthana in the Dandaka forest. At one stroke, I was deprived of my brother, my royal sway, my powerful wings, and my boundless strength. What have I to live for? Death in any shape is most welcome to me than this helpless agony. And so I have decided to dash myself upon the rocks from the lofty summits of this mountain. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahane Gunavati Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam.